What's up, Saints? I'm Carter Bartle.
And I'm Cameron Husby.
And this is SFHS Today. In world news, the one-year anniversary of the Russian war in Ukraine was marked with Ukrainians vowing to keep battling for victory. According to the Reuters, they held a ceremony in Kiev for President Zelensky, awarding medals to soldiers as their national anthem played.
In Ohio, a freight train carrying dangerous chemicals was derailed on February 3rd, spilling the toxic substances into the surrounding environment.
In other news, schools around the state closed on Wednesday and Thursday for an anticipated record snowfall. However, the forecasters seem to have fallen short in their estimates.
While we did get about 15 inches of snow, many aren't convinced 2 e-learning days were necessary. Snowmageddon didn't seem to materialize, but on our e-learning day, SFHS media staff documented the snowfall around St. Francis.
I was out snow shoveling in that mess, and while it didn't seem too bad, I was happy to have the work. The video of that downed stoplight we took at an accident in Fridley, when someone had slid into it and knocked it over, we took it out of the roadway.
In other school news, our students involved in the music department are currently preparing themselves to take a trip halfway across the globe and spend a week in Ireland. Reporters Riley and Josh decided to spread the news.
Mr. Telshow and I started planning this trip about 16 months ago. So the music department is going to just explore the country. We've got a couple tours of a few castles, and we're going to spend a day working on a farm and experiencing that. And we've also got 3 concerts planned. Things are different over in Europe. One of the biggest things is that you need to have a wall socket converter because they don't run on the same electricity. So you need to have like an extra converter box so that you can actually plug our normal 2-prong plugs into the wall. Also, when you're touring around town, you can't just walk into a McDonald's and use their public restrooms, but you actually have to pay.
So right now, how I'm preparing is I've actually got like a money belt that like hides underneath your clothes so I can keep all my valuables together. And then I just got like a bunch of different little like containers for like wires, stuff like that, just.
Tonight at 7 p.m. in the St. Francis High School PAC. You do not want to miss it. The band will be there to play, the choirs will be there to sing, and we're gonna give a domestic concert for all of our friends and family that can't come with us on the tour. We really want a big crowd there to make sure that we have a great experience, that we're playing and singing for an audience, and we really get a feel for what it's going to feel like when we get out to Ireland.
Wow, sounds like that'll be a great experience for the music department. People can hear the band and choir tonight at 7 p.m. for their farewell tour.
Speaking of performances, the Bridge Street Singers ended their competition season on Saturday. They have their home show here in the PAC on Thursday at 7 p.m.
Over the season, they took home a grand champion trophy and won numerous awards for soloists, vocals, choir, and costumes. Thanks for filling us in.
On the topic of filling, Carter, did you know the Shamrock Shake is back at the menu at McDonald's?
I had no idea.
Well, we sent out some reporters to go try it out.
On February 20th, the Shamrock Shake made its way back to McDonald's across the country. We brought some back to the high school to get people's rating on the frosty treat.
10?
100% 10.
10 out of 10 for me.
The Minty Shake was invented in 1967, according to McDonald's, by Hal Rosen, who owned a franchise in Connecticut.
Give him an 8.75.
Out of what?
11.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
The shake went national 3 years later and is now a much anticipated addition to the menu every February.
9 out of 10.
In other arts news, the acting and directing class ended the trimester with children's theater plays and wrote and performed for the elementary schools. We'll have more on that next week. Now let's pass it over to sports.
Hey, Saints, I'm Brooke McDaniel.
And I'm Michaela Rothbauer.
And this is Sports.
In national sports news, NBA basketball player Damian Lillard from the Trailblazers recently made history by scoring over 70 points in under 40 minutes in their win over the Houston Rockets.
In school sports news, last Friday and Saturday, the wrestling team headed to Becker for the individual sections. Seniors Bo Flagstad and Kyler Shirk, and juniors Aiden Carlson, Tyson Charmoli, and Tegan Shirk all advanced to the state tournament. Reporters Alex Sandstrom and Hunter Jensen went out to get some pre- and post-game match interviews about sections.
What weight do you wrestle?
170.
What is the mindset difference between individual and team sections?
I would say the mindset difference is just focusing on yourself and what you need to perform at your best level.
What is your goal for sections?
To win, take first, go to state.
What weight do you wrestle?
195 pounds.
What is the mindset difference between individual and team sections?
There's a little less pressure on you. Like for team, I have to go out there and maybe get a pin or something like that. The pressure's off me there. I just have to focus on myself, what I have to do to win.
What is the goal for this tournament?
Win, take first, make a trip to the X.
Hey V, line them up.
What place did you get?
Third.
What was your favorite part of the season?
Probably coming in the morning and playing handball with the boys.
What place did you get?
I got second.
What was your favorite part of the season so far?
Probably placing at the Christmas tournament.
What are you excited for about state?
Wrestling at the XL Energy Center.
Congratulations, Bo, Kyler, Aiden, Tyson, Tegan. They wrestle on Friday for quarterfinals and Saturday for semifinals and finals at the XL Energy Center.
Along with wrestling going to state, Evan Halpert is also going to state for skiing. Reports went out and got some information on it.
What do you do?
I do alpine racing for the St. Francis ski team.
What's your favorite part of skiing?
I just like going fast, honestly, and like going down the hill.
Can you describe like what is like more specifically alpine skiing?
So at a meet at state, there's 4 sections and 88 kids at state, and yeah, you just race against all the other 87 kids.
How does it feel to go to state?
It feels good.
The girls' basketball team plays Zimmerman at Zimmerman tonight for the first round of sections. Good luck. And the boys' basketball team plays at home tonight against Hermantown at 7. They play Becker at Becker tomorrow and Friday at home against Big Lake at 7.
Before we go back to Maine, as the winter sports start to wrap up, the spring sports are just beginning. Baseball is wrapping up their morning hitting to start off the season. If you're interested in playing a spring sport, there's a boys tennis meeting on March 13th in the Student Union at 6 p.m.
Why do you think people should join tennis?
I think people should join tennis because it's a really fun sport, and it's also not like super stressful either, and the practices are really fun, and it's during a pretty good time of the year too.
We don't have a lot of people anymore because last year 98% of our team were seniors and they graduated, so we need the numbers, and I mean it's really fun, so you should join.
When does tennis start this year?
Boys tennis starts on Monday, March 27th. Our informational meeting is on Monday, March 13th in the Student Union right outside of the area here. Anybody interested? You don't have to have played tennis before, but if you've maybe tried racket sports and are interested, we would love to have you come on out. We're looking for people eager to compete. Great one-on-one combination. The great thing about tennis, everybody plays. Each match, everybody gets a chance to play, and oftentimes you get to play more than one. So come on out, give it a try.
What's your favorite part of tennis?
My favorite part of tennis is definitely the practices and just getting to play all the different games with all the friends that I have on the team. And also the bus rides, because those are always great, always a lot of laughs.
Well, probably the favorite part is when you get a player who maybe doesn't realize that they're able to do something, and to get them to that actualization of carrying it out and achieving that. Tennis is really great about that, where you can get those little individual steps going along to learn something that maybe you didn't do before or you're having trouble with, and executing it and having the success.
That's all I have this week.
Now back to Maine.
Before we go, here's this week's RQT provided to you by our reporters Kayla, Kylie, and Brooke.
It's the random question thing, ding.
What are you doing for spring break?
Seeing my dad in Florida.
I'm going to South Padre Island.
Hopefully I'm going to be working all week.
I'm going down to Arizona to remodel a bathroom.
I'm gonna hang out with my friends and go up to my cabin.
It's my birthday, so I'm just gonna celebrate my birthday.
We are going to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico.
I'm getting my wisdom teeth out.
That's all we have for you this week.
Stay
safe,
safe,
Saints.